It's true, you're on your Feel Good Breakfast show right here on Expresso. And this morning we get to celebrate yet again with our Adcock Ingram OTC, sponsors of Brave Family. My friend, September's literally around the corner, a couple of days away. And this is where we get to celebrate our incredible pharmacists. It is all about letting them know just how important they are to our communities, but also just how grateful we are for all of the incredible heroic work that they do. And I am so excited because today we get to sit down with someone who is the head of pharmacology at the University of Pretoria. I'm talking about Natalie Shellac, and she's here to let us in on what it actually takes to be a pharmacist, which will allow us to celebrate them even more so we know just how much of the sacrifices they make to be our heroes. So everyone, let's give a feel-good welcome, please. It's Natalie Shellac. Professor, how are you?
I'm good, thank you, Zanele. And thank you for having me this morning.
Of course, thank you for being here with us. Natalie, let's get right into it because I feel like I said, you know, we're able to celebrate people more when we understand what it is they've had to go through to actually get to where they are. Yes. So, you know, what do pharmacy students typically learn at university, particularly when it comes to really just preparing them for their careers?
Thank you, Zanele. And this is such an important month, and it's in spring, so I'm always happy that Pharmacy Month is in spring.
Yes.
And this year, the theme is one profession, but many roles.
Yes.
So in pharmacy schools, pharmacists, potential pharmacy students are selected out of one of only 9 pharmacy schools in South Africa. And it is done based on a workforce estimation. So in other words, the WHO says there has to be so many pharmacists for every 100,000 people in South Africa.
Yeah.
So then the South African Pharmacy Council, together with these 9 pharmacy schools, then with the Department of Higher Education, decides how many graduates can we take and how many should we graduate to meet those expectations. So pharmacy students are carefully selected, those with physical sciences and maths.
Yeah.
And then the first year they have to do foundational sciences. So all the stuff we used to hate at high school, maths, chemistry, all of those things. And then in the second year they do all sorts of interesting stuff, like industrial pharmacy. They have to make tablets, they have to formulate different dosage forms, decide which drug can work the best for that condition. In their third year they have to study around retail pharmacy, hospital pharmacy, all the different roles that you can play when you are practicing. And then in many of these curriculum in their fourth year, their final year, they can now do an elective or managed sciences. How do you manage a pharmacy? How do you manage a whole drug supply? How do you work in a hospital? How do you work in a normal pharmacy, in a community pharmacy?
I love that.
And then some research projects. So there's a lot of things, and then even after that, you have to write the pre-reg exam at the Pharmacy Council.
Oh, wow.
To see, so that we can make sure all the pharmacy schools are on the same standard. So then they have to comply to a Pharmacy Council exam. They have to do 1 year of training. It's a very practical course, so you have to go and work under supervision.
So, do you see what I mean about the fact that there's so much that happens? I didn't even know they had to write an exam, all of these different things. And of course, just like you spoke about earlier on, where you said, you know, the campaign being one profession, many roles.
Yes.
I feel like they genuinely are being prepared for exactly that. But talk to me about, you know, the skills and qualities that it takes to succeed as a pharmacist. So yes, they do all of this practical work, but what are those skills that they necessarily need?
It's such a great question, Zanele, but simply because the world is changing.
Yeah.
You see artificial intelligence and you see all of these things changing.
Yeah.
So first of all, if someone wants to become a pharmacist, great choice. Let me start there, because it seems so boring. But I can tell you firsthand, it is one of the most dynamic professions you can ever choose to become. So you need to have a love of sciences. So STEM, you know, you have to like maths and chemistry, because pharmacology and pharmacy is medicines, and it's about how these drugs work in your body.
Yeah.
But now that we have all of these great digitalization, you know, if someone can have resilience, in other words, as things change, they need to change as well. But they also have to have professionalism, because you are working with vulnerable patients, people that come and see you. Empathy, to look at those people and understand this is someone's mother, this may be someone's daughter. And you have to have a strong sense of responsibility, because pharmacists are the gatekeepers. They protect both the public, but they also protect the profession of pharmacy. So maths and sciences, yes, But times are changing and pharmacy is going to change.
Beautiful. I love that. And very lastly, I just want us to get into, just in 2 sentences, advice you would give to anyone who is considering studying pharmacy.
Okay, 2 sentences.
Yes.
Just go for it.
Uh-huh.
Study very hard at school with your maths and sciences.
Yeah.
Apply to many different institutions and speak to a pharmacist. Go and work in a pharmacy and see what it's all about. And really be driven by passion and towards the public of South Africa. That's who we are serving.
Beautiful.
Thank you, Zanele.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Prof.
you.
And I love that you said, you know, that the people skills are needed there, because I always just encounter such amazing pharmacists who really are like, oh, okay, how can we help you? How can we do this? But on top of it, they're also just so welcoming. So you guys are doing an incredible job, and thank you for it.
Thank you, Zanele.
Of course.
Thank you.
Zanzi, it is literally a couple of days away from when we get into celebrating our pharmacists that make our communities that much better. I'm talking about our unsung heroes, and we absolutely love that we get to do it with our Adcock Ingram OTC, sponsors of Brave Family. And they are the ones who are here to say that, listen, you know, when we talk about how we're getting into a little bit of season change, you get into those things where I have my sinuses, my nose is blocked, my eyes are watery. We don't want that for you, no, because you've got things like Allerjax non-drowsy, where you are absolutely covered. And my friend, on top of that, the survival pack that gets you going in terms of the Adcock Ingram OTC, sponsors of Brave Survival Pack, you literally are able to 100% be okay. Why? Because you've got all of those things that you need within that survival pack. But wait, there's more. Our friends want to give you a little something, all in the name of celebrating our pharmacists. So let me tell you all about it. Adcock Ingram OTC, sponsors of Brave, are giving one lucky viewer the chance to win 2,000 Rand cash each and every Tuesday for the next 6 weeks. And it could be you, but you need to go and enter. And all you do is go to our Expresso show pages and you tell us, who is your pharmacy hero and why? I found a new hero in our prof over here, okay? Who is yours? Come and let us know. And don't forget to use hashtag #AdcockOTCWinter. And the competition closes at midday, my friend. T's and C's do apply and can be found on expressoshow.com. But at midday today, competition is done. So go and get into it now. For the week, we're finding our winner. For now, we jump on into an ad break. We'll see you on the other side of this.
Oh, you can make my